Hello students, today I am taking up this session for class 6th. The chapter is playing with numbers and today we will be solving some questions of exercise 3.5 and I will give you the concepts on which this exercise is based. First let us discuss what is a factor tree. Now suppose I have a composite number 60 with me and I have to draw its factor tree. Then it basically means that I have to find its factors. Suppose I take its factors as 6 10 is 60. Then I'll make two branches of this and write 6 and 10. So I'll continue branching it out till I get all the prime numbers at the end. Like the factors for 60 are 6 and 10. Then the factors of 6 will be 2 3 is 6. So I can write 2 and 3. Right? And 2 and 3 both are prime numbers. So as soon as I get prime numbers at the edge of the tree, I will stop. So now further branching will not be done for this part. 10 I have factors 2 and 5. 2 is also prime, 5 is also prime. I cannot find further factors for 2 and factors for 5. Right? So I have reached all the 4 prime numbers at the bottom ends. So I will stop this process. This is called a factor tree. Now I can factorize 60 in some other ways also. Like instead of taking 6 10 I can take it as 32 also. So on one side there will be 30 and on the other side it will be 2 because 32 is 60. Then here I cannot go further because 2 is prime. For 30 I can take 10. Then I have to take here 10 3 ja. I have to divide 30 by 10, so I get a 3 here. So this is the question number 2 of the exercise, right? And then 10 can be further factorized into 2 and 5. So now we see at all the bottom edges 2, 5, 3, 2. These all we have come to prime numbers and then the process will stop there. Similarly, you can find some different factor trees for 60. Now let us come to question number 3. Which factors are not included in the prime factorization of a composite number? So we can say that in the prime factorization of any number, we don't consider 1 and the number itself. Because 1 is a factor of all the numbers and 1 is not a prime. And that number itself also we don't consider as in the PF. Next question is question number 4. We have to write the greatest 4-digit number. So this is the greatest 4-digit number. After that we have to find its factors. Let us use factor tree method to find its factor. If I take on one side 3, then on the other side I can take, this will be the factor. Right? Then this cannot be factorized further, it's prime, we stop here, and this can be further factorized. Again on one side I can take 3 and on the other side it will be this. Then I have to check. Continuing the process, I have to check this number using the divisibility rules, that it will be divisible by which number. So after checking all the prime numbers, I come to the conclusion that this is divisible by 11 only, because if I take sum of odd places and even places, it is 2 and 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. So I will divide it by 11 and on this side I will get 1 0 1 and then I have to stop here. So the prime factorization of 9999 will have 3 3 11 1 0 1. So after that I am taking up the question number 7. In this question it is asked, the product of 3 consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. So we are going to take 3 consecutive numbers. Let them be 3, 4, 5. Consecutive numbers means numbers coming next to one another. Right? So they are in a sequence. So let's take their product. So we get it as 60. And yes, 60 is divisible by 6. Similarly, let's take some other number. Let's take 7, 8, 9, which is 504. And let us check 504 is divisible by 6 or not. It is divisible by 2. We are checking by the divisibility rule. Yes, because it's an even number, divisible by 2. And for 3, 5 plus 0 plus 4 is 9. 9 is divisible by 3. So yes, it is divisible by 6. Question number 8, we have to take consecutive odd numbers. So if I take one odd number as 3, the consecutive odd number will be 5. The sum of 3 plus 5 is 8. And I have to prove that the sum of two consecutive odd numbers is divisible by 4. So 8 is divisible by 4. Yes, 4 2 is 8. Let us take any other pair. 5 plus 7, 12. 4. It is divisible by 4. Yes, it is divisible by 4. Let us take some bigger number. 13 plus 15. So I get 28. Divide by 4. 4 7s are 28. Yes. So we can give some examples like this to prove the statement. Now solution number 10 I am giving you. Determine if 25110 is divisible by 45. Now we have to check divisibility by 45. So first let's factorize 45. I have given you some properties. The factors of 45 can be taken as 9 and 5. So let us check whether 25110 is divisible by 9 and 25110 is divisible by 5 or not. Now divisibility by 5, the number ends with 0, so it will be divisible by 5. Yes. Now for 9, I have to add the digits. 2 plus 5, 7, 8 and 9. So the sum is 9. And 9 is divisible by 9. That is the divisibility rule of 9. So yes, it is divisible by 9 also. And the property says that if a number is divisible by two numbers, then it will be divisible by their product also. So we can say yes, 25110 is divisible by 45. Thank you.